Hello viewers, welcome to UNC Digital class. Myself Rasmita Jaina, lecturer in computer science. So today I am going to discuss sorting, that is one of the operations of array in data structure. So first we will know what is sorting and why we are using sorting. By using sorting operation, we can sort the elements in decreasing or increasing order. Okay. And those are non-numerical values are arranged in alphabetical order, or we can say we can arrange the elements in ascending or descending order. Okay. So in this sorting algorithm we will be implement bubble sort. There are number of sorting techniques are there, but here I am implementing the bubble sort algorithm. So let's see the algorithm for sorting an element by using bubble sort. So sorting is what? Sorting is the operation in which we can sort, or you can say we can arrange the element, or arranging the element in decreasing or in increasing order. Okay. And the non-numerical values, the non-numerical elements are arranged in alphabetical order. Okay, that is sorting. Okay, as we are implementing bubble sort in this video lecture, so we must know about what is bubble sort. Bubble sort. The number of element suppose these are stored in the array, that is a of 0, a of 1, like this up to a of n minus 1. Okay. If we sort these elements by using bubble sort, then what are their arrangement or how they are arranged? These are the number of elements are a of 0 and a of 1 and a of n. That means these elements are stored in this location. Then by applying bubble sort, the elements are arranged like a of 0 must be less than a of 1, which will be less than a of 2, which will be less than a of n minus 1. Okay. So this is the element though we arrange by using bubble sort. Okay. Let's see the algorithm and their practical execution and the function implementation of element sorting by using bubble sort. For implementing bubble sort, the input required for bubble sort, that is a and n. A means here a is the linear array with n element. That means this is the size of the array. Okay. So according to algorithm rule, we already discussed, that is we will start from step 1, that is step 1 start. Suppose this is the array A and the size of the array, that means n equals to 4. Okay. So n equals to 4. Suppose the array contain elements like 5, 10, then 2, then suppose 6th. These are the RE elements. Now we will sort this element by using the sorting algorithm. Okay. So according to the sorting algorithm, we will start the algorithm, then we will repeat step 3 to step 4 for k1 to n minus 1. Okay. That means here the counter variable is k and we will execute the loop from 1 to n minus 1. That means n is 4, the size of the array is 4 and we will execute n minus 1. That means 3 times we will execute. Till this condition is true, we will execute step 3 to step 4. Okay. But in bubble sort, we will sort the element by taking number of passes. Right. So when we execute one pass, then the largest element which will be set at the highest location of the array. Right. So comes to the execution of passes. So for pass execution, we will initialize a pass pointer, that is I. So I equals to 1. As k equals to 1 and 1 to 3 the condition is true and we will enter into step 3. Then we will initialize I equals to 1, which is the pass pointer value. Then comes to step 5. In step 5, there is another condition, that is the inner loop, which is used to move the largest element to the largest index location of the array. Okay. So for that, repeat while I less than n minus k. So that is the second condition, that is I less than n minus k. That means we will check I must less than n minus k. If it will be true, then we will proceed the if block statements. Okay. So our n is 4 and k is 1. So in this case the condition is true because I equals to 1, n equals to 4, 4 minus 1 that is 3. So 1 less than 3 condition is true. Okay. As this condition is true, then we will enter into step 4 block. Right. In step 4, in the first step, we will check a if condition, that is this location data is greater than this location or not. That means a of I is greater than a of I plus 1 or not. Okay. So let me check. So a of I means I is 1. A of 1 is greater than a of I plus 1. So this condition is false. As this condition is false, so we can't execute the if block statement. This statement is written for interchanging the value if a of I is greater than a of I plus 1. As this condition is false because a of I is 5 and a of I plus 1 is 10. So this condition is false. As this condition is false, so we will go to this step, that is 4b step, for incrementing the pass pointer variable, that is I equals to I plus 1. So I becomes 2. Okay. Then when I becomes 2, then we will go for again executing the inner loop condition. So inner loop condition is while I less than n minus k. So our I is 2 and n minus k. That means in pass 1, n minus k is 3. Okay. So 2 less than n minus k, the condition is true. As this condition is true, then we will go for step 4 block. So in step 4 block, it will again check. That means it will again compare this location data with this location. Okay. And when 10 greater than 2, when this condition is true, then we will execute the if block statement. In the if block statement, we will interchange the value if this is greater than this. That means if a of I will be greater than a of I plus 1, then we will interchange both the values. Right. So as this condition is true, that is 10 greater than 2. So we will interchange 2 to a of 2 location and 10 to a of 3 location. Then the array becomes, that is 2 and 10. So by executing this, you can see here a 10 variable is there. So 10 contain a of I location data. A of I means a of 2 location data, that is 10. Then a of I will contain A of I plus 1. That means A of 2 will contain A of 3 location data. That means 2 became in the place of A of 2. You can see the 2 becomes in A of 2 location. Then A of I plus 1 will contain the data which is contained by temp. Right? So temp contain 10. So 10 became A of 3 location. Okay? Then next, this is the end of if structure. Then we will increment again the pass pointer variable, that is I equals to I plus 1. So when the pass 1 is continuing, the array became 5, 2, 10 and 6. Okay, this is the array index. I am just writing it in the upper of the array, that is A of 2, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 and A of 4. Okay, and when the first pass execute, the array became 5, 2, 10 and 6. Okay, then compare to next. So I equals to I plus 1. Okay, so the I becomes 3. Okay, when I becomes 3, then we will check the condition, that is while I less than equals to n minus k. So we will check I less than n minus k. So I is 3, n minus k, that means 3. So this condition is again true. As this condition is true, then we will enter to step 4 block. In step 4 block, if A of I is greater A of I plus 1, that means A of I means A of 3, A of 3, that means this is our new array. You just consider this is the new array, and A of 3, that means 10, 10 greater than 6. This condition is true. As this condition is true, then we will execute the if block statement. That means we will execute again the swapping statements, or we will interchange the value, and when we interchange, the array becomes, that is like this. So 6 will be A of 3 location and 10 will be in A of 4 location. Okay, then we increment again the pass counter variable, that is I equals to I plus 1. So I became 4. Okay, then we will go for inner loop. Okay, then I less than n minus k. So n minus k is 3. So 4 less than equals to n minus k. The condition is false. Okay, when the condition is false, then we will exit from this to this location. This is the end of the inner loop, and you can see when we are at the end of the inner loop, our first pass is completed, and when the first pass is completed, the largest element in the array will be present at the largest index location of the array. That is 10 is present at A of 4 location. Okay, so next we will increment the outer loop counter variable, that is we will go from this location to this location. Okay, and increment the kth value. So k becomes 1 and then k becomes 2. Okay, so let's see the second pass. So when k became 2, we will check the condition. It will true for 2 to n minus k. That means the 2 to 3. So this condition is again true. As this condition is true, then we will execute step 3 and 4. Okay, so step 3 again initialize I. So I is initialized as 1, as it is the pass 2, and we are initializing the pass pointer variable, that is I equals to 1. Then comes to repeat while I less than equals to n minus k. So n is 4 and n minus k, k is 2, that is 4 minus 2, that is 2. So this is what? N minus k equals to 2 for pass 2. This is pass 1. Then pass 2. So we will check the condition. I less than equals to n minus k. I is 1, n minus k is 2. So this condition is true. Okay. As this condition is true, then we will execute step for A and B bit. So if A of I is greater than A of I plus 1, that means again we will compare this is our new array. Okay, this array is not exist. This is our new array, that is 5, 2, 6 and 10. Okay, this is the new array. Okay, and when we compare a of I is greater than a of I plus 1, that means a of I means I is 1. So 5 compare with 2. As 5 is greater than 2, then we will execute the swap condition, or we will interchange these two. And when we will interchange these two, 2 became in one place of the array A and 5 becomes in the 2 index location of the array. So this became 2, 5. Okay, and the remaining elements are in the same place by executing this swapping logic. Okay, then again we will increment I value. So I becomes 2. Okay, then again we will check the condition, that is I less than n minus k less than equals to, less than equals to, so 2 less than equals to 2, condition is true. And when the condition is true, then we will execute these two statements, 4a and 4b. So if a of I is greater than a of I plus 1, that means we will compare a of 2 location data with a of 3 location, that is 6 with 5 and 6 we will compare. So 5 greater than 6, the condition is false. As this condition is false, then we will not executing this. So now we will increment I. So I equals to I plus 1. So as I equals to I plus 1, so I becomes 3. Okay, as I becomes 3, then we will again check the condition, I less than n minus k. N minus k is 2 and I is 3. So this condition is false. As this condition is false, then we will exit from this location to end of the inner loop. And when we are at the end of the inner loop, then comes to this location, and from this we will go for this and we will increment the counter variable value, that is k. So k becomes 3. Okay, and when k becomes 3, we will check the condition. It will true for k 3 to n minus 1. That means it will check for 3 to 3. So condition is true. So as condition is true, then we will execute step 3 and 4 again. So when we execute step 3, again initialize the counter variable, initialize the pass pointer, that is I equals to 1, and repeat step 4 until this condition is true. So repeat while I less than n minus k. So in this case, what is n minus k? N is 4 and k is 3. That means 1. So the condition, that is n minus k, which will be less than 1. This condition must be true for pass 3. Okay. So let me check I less than n minus k. I is 1 and the condition is n minus k is less than equals to 1. The condition is true because 1 is less than equals to 1. Condition is true. As this condition is true, then we will execute step 4a and step 4b. Okay. So let me execute this. If a of I is greater than a of I plus 1, that means when we execute pass 2, the array became like this. This is our new array. So this is not exist. That means the new array is 2, 5, 6 and 10, and we are in pass 3. So in pass 3, we will compare this with this. Okay. That means a of I is greater a of I plus 1. That means 2 is greater 5. The condition is false. Okay. This is true, but this condition is false. As this condition is false, then no need to swap or no need to interchange the elements. Okay. That means next we will increment the value of I. So the value of I becomes true, that is I equals to I plus 1. So when I equals to I plus 1, then we will again check the condition for pass, that I less than equals to n minus k. N minus k is 1 and I is 2. So this condition is false. Okay. So when this condition is false, then we will exit from this to end of the inner loop. And when we are at the end of the inner loop, then we will go from this to this by incrementing the value of k. So k becomes 4. Okay. Then check the condition. k will true from 1 to n minus 1. So n minus 1 means it is 3. So the condition, that is 4 to 3, the condition is false. In this case the condition is false, and when this condition is false, okay, then we will exit from this location to end of the step 2 outer loop. Okay, this ends your sorting algorithm. Okay, comes to this point, you can see if the size of the array is 5, then we need 3 passes to sort the element. Okay, and when we are sort the element, these are sort in increasing order. That means the sorted array is 2, 5, 6 and 10. That means in bubble sort, if you apply bubble sort for arranging the element in linear array, then the largest element will be placed at the largest index value of the array. So 10 with the largest element among this array element. So 10 is placed at the largest index location of the array, that is A of 4. Then the next largest element which is present at the next largest index of the array, that is A of 3. Like this they are arrays. Okay. So this is all about your bubble sort algorithm. The next we will see how we implement this algorithm to its function. So here suppose the function is with argument no return type. So the return type is void and the name of the function is suppose sorting. Okay, we are receiving the linear array and the size of the array. Suppose int a of 50 and the size of the array is received in the variable n. Okay, then here just declare those variables are required, that is k, I, temp. These are the variables are required for sorting. Then we will take two loops. One is the outer loop for executing all the element and another one is the inner loop for executing the passes. Those are required for sort the elements. So here the inner loop is suppose for you are taking k equals to 1, k less than, you can see this is the condition, k less than n minus 1 and k plus plus. Okay, then in the outer loop again initialize the variable I equals to 1 and while we will take while loop for executing the passes, that is I equals to 1 while I less than equals to n minus k. This is the condition. Then inside the while loop we will execute this statement, one if block and next increment the counter variable for pass initialization. Okay, so take a if statement, if a of I is greater than a of I plus 1. Okay, this is the condition. Then within a block we will be swap the element, that is temp equals to a of I, then a of I equals to a of I plus 1, then a of I plus 1 equals to temp. Okay, this is the if block. If this will be true, then we will execute these statements. Then we will increment I equals to I plus 1, then it ends the inner while loop. Okay, then next it ends the outer while loop and this ends the function block. Okay, and example I already explained you. You just implement the example by using this function. Okay, so students, this is about sorting algorithm and their functional implementation of sort the element by using bubble sort. Okay, so thank you. Have a nice day.